Hi guys! Jake and Marisa, back in for more live reactions to
Kaitou Sentai Lupinranger.
This is Keisatsu Sentai Patranger.
Pew pew, pew pew pew. I momentarily got thrown by the fact that you weren't talking with me.
yeah. Because I was letting...
Because I do the...
Yeah, I know, but
we just did Power Rangers the other day.
You've been trying so hard to keep up with me on Super Ninja Steel. And I think you forgot what we were doing for a moment. So yes, another week,
another spooky beverage.
I don't want to update my, I don't have, the computer that's hooked up to the TV just asked me if I wanted to update, and I'm like, no, not right now, and you can't even update anyway, because you don't have enough memory, because you didn't come with enough memory for your own updates. My computer is very silly about that.
Now, you've used up a lot of its memory.
No, I really haven't.
You haven't?
I haven't.
Oh, boy.
It claims that it needs like 10 gigs of space to update. And it's a 28 gig hard drive where 17 gigs of it is the operating system. So apparently I'm only allowed to have like half a gig of stuff on there, which is not reasonable.
Yeah.
It's a tiny little laptop, but it does the job.
Netbook.
Yeah. As far as things and stuff, progress is still chugging along on 86. Still making up my mind on what I'm going to be releasing on Saturday for our 6-year anniversary of Power Reviews. Right now, it's kind of neck and neck with possibly a rider log for build, which I've been working through, or possibly a new thing that I'm considering, Conversations in Context, where I use Power Rangers as a framework for discussing current events and things, which I think could be interesting, and I'm leaning a little bit towards that. Or alternatively, I know I've seen somebody asking if I'll get around to the rest of my Retro Power run-throughs. Because I stopped on that back in Megaforce.
Well, at the time, that was all the episodes there were.
At the time, that's all there was, and then I never came back to it. Yeah, if there's anything that you would like to see for this Saturday, for the 6-year anniversary, please, by all means, comment below, let us know. And I'm going to try and chug something out by the end of the week, as well as possibly the trailer for Power Reviews episode 86, because it's getting close, it's getting far enough along that I think I might be ready to put out a trailer by the end of the week, so maybe that might just be what I release for Saturday. So it's up in the air, but I figured I'd give you guys a chance to kind of voice your opinions on that. Anywho,
all assumes we don't get sidelined by having to go down to the city.
Oh, yes. There's other stuff going on, too. If, there is a possibility that we might not do the live stream live reactions this week. There's some things going on. We'll see what happens with that. We'll let you guys know if that is canceled for this weekend. We don't need to go into it.
No, we don't.
But yeah, if things are canceled or rescheduled for any reason, we'll make sure to let you guys know. There's other stuff going on. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Making more of a deal of it.
Anyway, thank you. Alright, so I think we should be good to kick off some Super Sentai, so let's check out episode 35 of
Kaitou Sentai Lupinranger!
This is Keisatsu Sentai Patranger.
I have stuff on my mind.
Good people, bad people, and ordinary people. Magical sound.
Good things happening to bad people.
Oh,
bad things happening to good people. Kairi-kun.
Sabotaging the bistro again. Yeah, we had some espresso before work. Hello. That's a spooky looking gangler. Oh, he's investigating this guy.
Oh,
whoa!
He's got like not Wolverine.
He divides people up into 3 people.
A good person, a bad person, and an ordinary person.
I guess so. He likes confusing people. And that looks to just be his normal ability.
Yeah. I was gonna say Wolverine, but that is the wrong superhero. He's got like a...
He's got a shovel hand.
He does have a shovel hand, but he's also got Cyclops eye beams.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Split you in 3.
Okay. So you have the ordinary person and the positive and negative split off from there, it looks like.
Yep. He's one of those thieves that you've heard about.
Yep. There's very much a skeleton grin going on there.
Yes.
That's appropriate for October. You guys can't see it, but we actually managed to put up some Halloween decorations this year.
First time in years.
Well, actually, we did,
We put a jack-o'-lantern in the window a couple of other times, but we haven't really properly...
Oh, it was just, yeah, when we lived at the school, we did, I carved up a jack-o'-lantern for the window. It was the Lord's Head. It was fun. Triple Kogure. Oh, that's right, and the Patranger don't know, the Patrangers don't know Kogure at all. This is adorable. So the good Kogure is easy to corral, the bad Kogure not so much.
Yeah, the good Kogure is listening to ordinary Kogure.
Yeah.
Bad Kogure, of course, is not.
Yeah. What? Oh, all the negative people. It's the cops! Get them! Ah, so this is quite useful. All the lawbreakers. Oh. If you lose one, then you can't turn the people back to normal, that's interesting.
So wait, does that mean that the ordinary people is maybe neither good nor bad, but just, like, incredibly passive?
I don't know.
Because I thought that was the good one who was going, yeah, let's just do what you say. But
yeah,
maybe that could be...
No, I think the good one was the very passive one. It's a little odd for him to just come in through the normal entrance. Where are the other Kogures? And which one are you? Oh, this is not good. Mysterious treasures left by the Phantom Thief, Arsene Lupin, known as the Lupin Collection, have been stolen by the Ganglers. The thieves who fight to recover what they have lost. The police who fight to protect world peace. Whose side are you on? Yame no nakade Futeki ni wa aru silhouette Shonokutai Shiritake catch me if you can Destiny Yokoku saru Honto no Nuchi wo Rikai sumono dake ni Hikari hanatsu Mongai Fushutsu no collection Lupin Karen Mau Chase you up Ubakeyesu Ushinai Shitoku wo Tokasu Tame Dairu Mawase Lupin Sametekuru Chase you up Yatsurani Adu Zayaka ni Lupin Rangers It's showdown I actually swapped the beginning syllables of 2 of the words in the second line. It's supposed to be Kono Shutai, and I came up with Shono Kutai. I have no clue what I actually said either way.
Okay, so this is ordinary Kogure.
Probably. He needs them to function somehow. Oh, wow, they need to be put back together in 6 hours?
Ouch.
That's not good. How'd they lose them? Like, also, Kairi, why did you let go of the bad one? You gotta go save Kogure. Yeah, I think he feels a little bit bad about manipulating them all this time because they're about to save him. Hey, Dester, what you up to? Rune. Okay, so apparently this guy's usually not one that goes out much. Wow, you were so mad at It's a little odd how we, there's just, how the ganglers seem to take turns, more or less.
He's gone and changed his clothes.
Really? Weird? Why? What? So he's just been relentlessly helping people, it looks like. Good Kogure saves the little boy. He's got a bad ankle. Oh no. Now they're both in the streets. And the car apparently does not know how brakes work. And
I love that terrible CG, terrible map.
That was
green screen.
Yeah, that was pretty glaring. He's okay. So he got sidelined saving, helping people, I guess?
It would appear so.
Just keeps seeing people in trouble and he keeps wanting to help them. That's adorable. Okay, so they managed to get this one. Now where's the bad one? It's a pretty snazzy hat. Feels guilty about putting his job on them. Oliver is so full of words. He's so cuddly right now.
I think he always wants cuddles. He's always coming up to us and pawing at us. And
well, yeah, but he doesn't always actually want cuddles. He usually just wants a little bit of pets.
No, I think what he doesn't want is to be picked up.
Fair enough.
I think he's okay with it right now because you're not picking him up.
So they have a method, which is just throw them all together. Does that actually work? Wow, it does work apparently. You can apparently just shove them all back into one person. Huh. Go figure. Good job. I was not expecting that to be actually effective, but good job. I figured this was one where you had to destroy the monster kind of thing.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, he's got a motorcycle.
Bad Kogure has a motorcycle.
Yep. He's a punk.
Oh my goodness.
He's not wearing a shirt, is he?
No! And he's dressed up in ridiculous clothing.
Of course he is. And Kyrie just called him lame. So he's like, what?
He's dressed up like a high school motorbike gang.
Yeah, he is.
Gangster. There's a term for that.
It's almost 2019. What decade is this joke? Apparently Kogure is not good at fighting. I like Kyrie's face right there.
Bozoku!
Oh yeah, there you go.
He's a Bozoku!
Oh yeah, I think that was the name of the evil alien, or the Baozok were the evil aliens from Car Ranger, who were supposed to be like a biker gang kind of group.
Bozoku! It's not great transliteration of Berserker.
Oh, okay. Wait, where's normal Kyrie? Kogure? What? That's annoying. But yeah, I really like Kyrie's just... Oh, wow. Silent business there. So they all just got a message? What's happening?
From real Kogure. Yes. Maybe. He wants to come clean or something.
Yeah. Oh dear. Random worker. Taste of the collection. Oh!
It is his collection piece.
Wait, what just happened?
He didn't split apart.
That's strange.
Oh!
So wait, so he was making use of the collection piece with his I-beams.
Jake, that's Kogure.
Fair enough.
He can't split apart because he's already been split.
Yeah.
That's Kogure in a costume.
Probably, yeah.
He set a trap and is participating in the fight for once. That's what's going on.
It's not like you to stick your neck out like this, yeah. Yeah, you're right. He is Kogure. His disguises are ridiculous. That gloves on under his gloves. That's great.
And his tucks down under the suit.
Yep.
Under the jumpsuit.
And so much respect. Must. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get some of the Nazi out on there.
Pulling my hair.
They need you alive. He told them the threads of their hope. Are we gonna get more information from him today? Or is this just gonna be a, oh, we've all come to like each other kind of episode? I think it might be the latter.
Like they didn't already kind of like him.
Yeah, I know.
He's Kogure? From remember how many times Umika was like, Kogure? And they were like, no, we need a Patranger. Kogure? Patranger. Kogure?
I mean, this is probably the first. I'd say this is one of their first real friendship moments with Kogure, though. Like, they've been on good terms with him being their boss and helping them out, but
You cannot eat my Fitbit. Still can't eat
like he's generally just been polite and helpful for the most part. But this was actually sort of a friendship moment. Gotta get back to Jur, come on. He feels bad for recruiting all the This is the first time actually watching them in battle. Seeing what they've been going through this whole time. Oof. He's got two shovels right now. Interesting. Needs to go back and forth. Oh, is that the, No, it doesn't look like Cam's Morpher, but maybe a Samurai too. Cam's Morpher was a Samurai ball. It's an amulet.
The circle in the middle of the thing was kind of like
Oh, fair enough. But apart from that, it seems fairly cell phone shaped. Got a little dangle for it. I can't quite tell which cell phone shape it is.
Really?
That's fun.
I'm gonna shut myself away.
What? What just happened?
Kiki more down on them.
Oh. Apparently, there's this whole underground area they just kind of fell into. That's weird. Oh, are we about to... Nice. Oh, that's fun. Whee! What? Giant Porterman.
I don't know that he's actually giant right now.
I feel like he must be. This is really cool and apropos of nothing.
I think he might just be medium-sized.
What, like person size?
No, medium. Like,
Well, why would... No, he's
nope,
giant.
he's giant.
This is my room.
Why didn't you knock?
Yeah,
Look at the toy trucks in the foreground.
That's cute.
They're trying to do forced perspective, but it's not working.
Yeah.
Because the focus makes it clear that those are toy trucks.
Yeah.
But still.
Whoosh. Nice.
What the heck? What the hecking heck?
Cute. They did not see that coming.
Why is your seatbelt not on?
Yeah, Tsukasa, you should be wearing your seatbelt.
That
Lupin Geyser?
Shield wiper.
Yep, Lupin Geyser. Ah, nice. That's fun. Apparently Lupin Magnum can jump around and... Okay! That's pretty cool. It just turns into a giant gun that they can just hold. I was assuming it was going to combine in some way, but yeah, sure, why not? You should have stayed an introvert. That's fair. Adieu. Fun. Okay, so it is a little smaller than the typical mech. Okay, so they got regular code right now. They can put
1 minute to go.
Are you kidding me? This is so silly. There we go. That was very silly. Everybody's saved. Yay. Oh, that's right. He did get shot. Friendship time. First aid kit. Yeah. Just in a proper manner, gentlemen. He just admires roughnecks. They're the roughnecks.
He's imitating that good.
That's adorable. Alright, so no new information. I was hoping for something.
A strange necklace turns Kichiro mellow.
Okay. Interesting.
A strange necklace makes Kichiro calm the bleep down.
And apparently the next episode's called Shoot the Bomb. So, what, is there going to be like a bomb on Keiichiro that, risks exploding if he freaks out? Because that's kind of amazing.
Interestingly, the necklace is in Sakuya there.
Yeah. I wonder what's going on.
I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll find out.
Alright, so I think we were very much hoping there would be, like, some new information with Kokore in this episode, with it actually being Kokore focus. Like, it was sweet and all, but...
I mean, I feel like we came away with more questions than we started with.
I feel like we still have the same number of questions. Like, I just like to know a little bit more about what his deal is. Like, is he just, as he appears to be? Is he just, he's prioritizing looking for the Lupin collection and that's it?
Is that he apparently makes use of his disguises on a regular basis to spy on the ganglers.
It seems as such, yeah.
Well, asked him, Kaitou said, is this how you've been getting your intel? And he said, I'm usually more careful than this.
Yeah.
So I think that, he usually does do this, he just doesn't usually trip and do it
that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, I keep wanting there to be a little bit, more plot happening, and I feel like we're often a little starved for plot. It was pretty cool to see Lupin Magnum have its robo mode though. That was fun.
And it was cool to see it being used as a big gun, which is totally what I thought was going to happen in that other episode, but then for some reason Kaitou was standing on Magic's hand, and it was weird.
Yeah, that was weird. And then...
I like it better this way.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden it's just like, okay, it's apparently an independent mech that can just go fight things on its own, which really was just kind of not connected to anything else.
Apropos of absolutely nothing.
Same thing with, like, okay, and they're giant Portermen underground for some reason.
Yep.
That was a little weird.
Yep.
There was some weird.
There was a lot of weird.
Yeah. I mean, it was a cool fight and everything. It just, there was no real reasonable setup for it.
Yeah.
As fun as it was to see an underground fight.
I think the number of giant Portermen there is really what threw it off. Because usually if you've got giant Portermen, you've got maybe 2.
That's fair. But also it's just like, when did Ghosh, generate these giant Portermen, and where'd they come, how'd they all get down there? Why is there this giant underground facility? That was pretty elaborate. That felt like something that could be addressed as far as where are we fighting right now.
The construction parking garage from Heck.
It was that was a massive underground tunnel for them to be fighting in.
Full of bulldozers and tractors and things.
It's like, what are you...
Is this just a farm equipment underground parking lot? What the heck?
I don't know. But even if it was an underground parking lot, it's like, why do you need for it to be a 100-foot tall tunnel?
Honestly, it put me in the mind of Terminal Dogma.
I don't know what that is.
Where they put Adam in Evangelion.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Way the heck underground.
Yeah, this is true.
The bottom floor. Terminal Dogma.
Yeah, but
why
there was at least something, there was a reason for that.
Why is there a Terminal Dogma here?
Yeah, I don't know.
They even had the square shaft, although apparently in this particular case the square shaft was caused by this guy falling through, and I don't know why it came out square.
I don't think it was caused by him. I think he grew and then the floor collapsed underneath him and he fell down the shaft. But I don't know why the shaft was there.
Yeah.
Because he kind of grew and was all, like, scrunched up in the space, and then...
And then down he went. Very strange.
Yeah, the architecture of that whole area was bizarre, and I kind of... It felt like something that should have been integrated into the plot, and it just wasn't. Like, it was cool to watch, but I'm like, what?
Do you guys keeping an angel down there?
Also, like... I mean, I guess I kind of get why Kogure, when I was about to say, it was weird that Kogure just kind of ran off after the guy, but I can kind of get it because he wanted to make sure nobody else had to deal with what he was dealing with. It was nice to see a more heroic side of Kogure, which we haven't seen too much of. He's always just been kind of the beleaguered guy doing his job. But one aspect that we tend to get a little bit more of, I guess, was... he's been trying to keep, an air of professionalism throughout all this, and...
A bit of professional distance.
A professional distance. And,
that seems to be...
he realized that he'd kind of, warmed up to them, to the Lupinrangers in a way that he had been kind of denying up until this point, until he realized, oh, they're being so nice to me, and I've never been that nice to them. So it was nice to have that little friendship business going on there.
Yeah. It is a little weird, though, when you consider the few times that he's stepped outside of Juror and had his little
he's had his
creepy moments.
His little devious moments that make you think that he's up, and he could be up to something else and just feel bad about it. Or it may just be he feels bad at keeping them at such a distance. Like, it seems like there's not as much going on under the surface as I think we've been trying to hypothesize.
It isn't as complex as we would like.
I think it might just be that simple a plot, and we maybe need to just stop reading into it quite so much. Because we've been trying to figure out what the deal is.
I like plots I have to read into. When it's too simple, I get bored.
I know. And it's funny with the juxtaposition because as I mentioned earlier, I've been catching up on Kamen Rider Build.
Yes.
And
all kinds of complicated.
And anyone who's watched Kamen Rider Build knows that is a dense plot. There is stuff developing every single episode, and it does not let up. So it's just such a 180 from watching Lupinranger vs. Patranger, which is very, one-off filler-based kind of season.
Pardon me.
Where most of the, I'd say probably a good half the episodes are fairly inconsequential and, fun, but let's say inconsequential in the grand scheme of things. And when we do get plot developments, they're little teases here and there, or they're just a new weapon or something like that that's just, happens to be the collection piece of the day that's useful to us in this case for a power-up. But that's pretty much what we get on this show. Zamigo seems like he'd be a plot driver, and he's pretty absent from the series for the most part. Even the main villains don't really do that much. The big developments we had the other day were, or the other week.
The Dawn just kind of sits there.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything, and they have a reason.
Ghost really does.
He's just looking to retire.
My monster grow.
Well, Ghosh at least had her experimentation subplot, which was she was experimenting on some humans. She experimented on a Porterman. She got the, and then there was the 5 safe gangler.
Yep.
And that's been it. As far as plot development stuff over there for the most part.
Fair enough.
But yeah, it's kind of frustrating being at episode 35 now. It still feels like we're not, getting any traction on a plot, and maybe we just need to kind of stop expecting that. Keep hoping for it, but I think we need to stop expecting it. It's the main aspect of the series I'd say is disappointing, because as far as the standalone episodes go, they're all fine and fun. They're enjoyable. The characters play off each other well. We get good action scenes. You look confused. I think it's just the apartment settling. It's like that little creak of wood.
Just keep hearing that sound.
It's okay. We're fine. Then we won't have anything to worry about.
That would just be the top of this week.
It would be very unpleasant. But yeah, you have any thoughts on this one?
And suddenly the TV turns off, everything's
creaking.
I would have liked to have had more of a conversation between Kogure and Good Kogure that might have revealed to us some stuff, even if it didn't reveal anything to the Lupinrangers.
Yeah.
I think the fact that Bad Kogure decided to go get ridiculous written on clothing and a bike and become a bozuku was pretty funny.
It was fun.
But as, he said, what year is this? I don't think they wear bright purple
Yeah, they don't dress
anymore.
like that anymore, I think.
They do tend to put, words on their outfits, but from what I've seen, the more modern ones, a little bit more muted colors, because it's a little bit more badass.
Fair enough. There you go. Thank you.
Compound words.
Yep. But, yeah, it would have been nice if those two sides of Kogure provided us a little bit more insight into his character.
Yeah.
As opposed to...
the bad Kogure could have been a little bit more forthcoming with some of the creepoid stuff he's been doing.
Yeah. It's basically, the bad Kogure was basically a joke and an inconvenience to drive the episode.
And the good Kogure regular Kogure conscience, his Jiminy Cricket.
His Jiminy Cricket, specifically for the Aesop of this episode, which was, learn to, be more of a friend.
Like the Lupinrangers.
Yeah. So that was basically it. We didn't really get any deeper insight into who he is, outside of just he's developed a soft spot for the Lupinrangers. That's basically the one thing that we learned about him this time.
Pretty much.
And it was kind of a surprise to him as well that he had gotten a soft spot for them. So that was something.
That was something, at least, yes.
And, the funny bits were funny. Good Kogure trying to help everybody and falling around, and
poor good Kogure,
bad
because
Kogure being
he's helping a little old lady across the street, and it's like, Kogure, you're a little old man who should be getting helped across the street.
I know. And he tries to save the little boy, and he twists his ankle, and he's trying so hard. I do wonder where he got those outfits from, though. Like, bad Kogure, I could be like, he just stole it, but, like, good Kogure, where did you get a white suit and bowler hat?
And the thing of it is none of the other people who were split apart went and changed their clothes.
Yeah.
Because when we saw the Patrangers squishing them back together, they were all wearing the same clothes still. What up, Kogure?
Yeah, that being said, Kogure is a master of disguise, so he may just always have a ton of different outfits on him at all times.
Also possible.
But I feel like good Kogure shouldn't have a reason to change. Like, why would he?
Actually, frankly, what I'm surprised is that evil Kogure didn't put on somebody else's face to make him a lot harder to find.
This is true. That's a good point. He was not. Neither good Kogure nor bad Kogure were particularly bright. They seem to have also just very low impulse control on both sides.
Good Kogure was what we in Dungeons & Dragons call lawful stupid.
Yeah, pretty much. And bad Kogure was just kind of chaotic stupid.
Yep.
That was about it. I'm still very amused by the expression on Kyrie's face dealing with bad Kogure, where he's just like,
when even Kyrie is going,
like moments like that, I feel like we don't get enough of in Sentai a lot of time, where it's just like, that is a very, like, exaggerated but normal person reaction to things. Whereas a lot of times in Sentai, or maybe Toku in general, there is a slightly heightened nature of reacting to things. It's like the falling over, the yelling, or overly formal manner of speech, although that's a little hard for us to read.
It comes across very much like that, and I think this is because they're going for the kids' show aspect. It comes across very much like the emotional shortcuts of anime.
Yeah, exactly.
Where suddenly his feet are in the air, or they've got the giant dripping, or they're like,
and it's something that I think I noticed a little bit more in that particular moment, because it's also something I've been noticing a little bit in Build occasionally. They tend to have deviations from what I traditionally think of as Toku-style acting, and getting a little bit more into
letting the actors act.
Yeah. Like, the guy who plays Sento gets some really, like, heartbreaking moments in there. But also, they have the occasional back and forth quick banter that you would expect in, like, a sitcom that I've, like, never seen in a Toku exchange before. And it may be I just haven't watched enough Toku. But a little, like, and very deadpan.
Rocky!
Like, very deadpan, quick back and forth short responses.
Right,
Like, who's the monkey? You're a monkey. I'm a monkey? Yeah, you're a monkey. What? Why are you calling me a monkey? I don't know why you're calling me a monkey. You want a banana? No, I don't want a banana.
What?
they make fun of one of the characters for being stupid.
Okay, because you've been watching Kamen Rider Build, so for all I know, someone was an actual monkey.
No.
Yeah,
Nobody.
you're a monkey. You're a monkey toaster.
It's just that, because you, especially when you have one character who's like a genius scientist and the other character who's like a fighter, you get a lot of like,
yeah,
making fun of him for being stupid. But just that kind of dialogue and those kinds of interactions and exchanges are kind of out of the norm from what I've seen before, and it's refreshing because it's the kind of back and forth that like we'll do on Power Reviews. Where it's just like, wait, what did you say? What? Huh? What? Oh, okay. And every now and again we'll have the, oh wow, looping back to that. So yeah, that's just kind of a weird, tiny little moment that just kind of spilled into connected to a bunch of stuff for me.
Inspired by various forms of media that move more fluidly between tones.
Yeah.
Like, your average 1 hour drama, for instance.
Yeah.
Or like BoJack Horseman.
Yeah.
Will go from, funny moments to dramatic moments, and, it hits all the bases.
Yeah.
As opposed to things like Sentai, which usually have sort of a set way of doing it.
I don't know if I'd say that. I think that they have different approaches, but I mean, Sentai will go from, extreme wacky to extreme serious. It's very melodramatic.
Well, yes. That wasn't my point.
Well, you were talking about some shows go through a gambit of different emotions.
Yeah, and they tend
to keep to a specific tone.
No.
What are you talking about?
They have a very specific way that they do things. Which would be over-the-top melodramatic.
Okay.
Whatever direction they're going.
Yeah.
Whereas there are shows that can get melodramatic, but also do subtle a lot better.
Yeah. And I would say that there's generally a lack of subtle performance moments in
Exactly.
Toku. Although, again, that could be partially because...
Of which ones we've watched.
It could be partially with the ones we've watched, and we may be missing out on nuances of performance due to the language barrier and the culture barrier.
I'm usually pretty good at catching those, but only because I've studied specifically for the purposes of, like, I don't know much of the Japanese language.
Yeah.
But what I do know is almost all things that don't translate.
Right.
Because I wanted to understand what the heck was going on.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright, so it's...
That's why I'll point out to you when someone's using the rude pronoun or the formal pronoun.
Because those always get translated a little weird. Usually a little bit inappropriate for our
yeah, like when they use the super rude forms of you, they tend to be, you expletive.
Yeah.
When really it's just the rudest you could use.
Yeah. Which for us, for English would be an expletive, but we don't. But it's not exactly the same thing.
It doesn't actually have expletives. It just has ruder phrasings.
Yeah, exactly. And that's really for American English, ruder phrasing is really you're using expletives. That's
because we don't have levels of formality in our language.
I mean, we don't have the same levels of formality. We have some levels of formality, but it's not.
A lot of other languages actually have completely or different suffixes and things that you use depending on how you're...
Yeah, we don't have that level of levels.
Like, even Spanish, there are two different forms of you.
Right. And we don't do that.
One is for, close people, and one is for formal situations and people you don't know.
We're bad with... I feel like Americans are bad with pronouns.
Well,
we're working on it.
It's not just Americans, that's English speakers.
That's fair. Anyway, it is getting a little late, though. We got a little bit of a late start tonight. But I do want to remind you guys again, if you do have any preferences regarding what you'd like to see for a 6th anniversary video this weekend.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Speak now or forever hold your peace, because I gotta be making something probably on Thursday or Friday. Well, probably by Thursday, so this is coming out Wednesday. Please make your comments, and then probably Thursday night I'll figure out exactly what I'm doing, and I'll put it together Friday to release Saturday is the idea.
Alright.
Because those videos I can do a little faster. Than a Power Reviews video, which takes like 6 weeks at this point.
And needs a lot of actors and post and stuff like that.
But right now I'm thinking either conversations in context, specifically I'm thinking addressing the myopia sympathy through the framework of Power Rangers, which I could explain more in an actual video. Considering a writer log on build. I don't think Retro Power run through, but I may just release the trailer for 86 if that's all you guys want. But I was thinking probably conversations in context or a writer log. Retro Power run through is really more of a series of videos, so I don't feel like
just putting out one for an anniversary just doesn't seem
it feels a little weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, am I missing anything?
I don't think so, no.
I think those are the main 3 things I'm considering.
Those are the things.
So I think that's a good wrap for tonight. So until next time, farewell, Ranger fans, and let the power protect you.
Wow, I need a lint brush.
Fur is everywhere.